Hello. Wait, I'm very new at this. I've never played this game whatsoever before. Uh, I've always wanted to sort of get into these games. Obviously, I should have gone into it and someone taught me the basics, but I've gone into this game to show people like myself. Is it going to be fun? Or obviously it ain't going to be fun straight away. It probably will be fun. I don't really know until you watch this. I'm going to have a good go at it. City Skylines on PlayStation 4 edition. Here we go. It's on there. We got European maps as well. So we're going to do, it's free as well on PS4 or on 5 or whatever, if you want to play on which one, whatever console you have. Anyway, don't forget the ding ding, the subscribe button, and like it and comment below and tell me what's your idea about the game and like what's your story and things like that and stuff like that, and what you think about the game and all that sort of good stuff. Because I do know, like, people on YouTube and stuff like that, you can literally, like, especially if you're a friend or something like that, you can just cross over and see media, and you can actually type in stuff and go like, hello mate, how is it? Or even like, yeah, I'm not really like into this sort of game, but I have tried it. It's sort of easy because of like back in the day and all this sort of stuff. These were the sort of games we did play, wasn't it? On the Windows and things like that. I remember all these sort of games on Windows, like laptops and things like that. Back in 2013, 2012, like all those sort of games, and you had little armies and things like that. That's a different game altogether. I know. But basically, what I'm saying is, like, you had the building city ones, and also you had the ones where you could like get an army. I forgot now what it's called. Basically, put it on like the PS3 and all that, and the Xbox original, like the green big box one. I had one of those, and it was stocked. I bought one from a game shop, a friend who owned a game shop in Weston. So anyway, I bought it, took it home, and my God, it was like, was it a terabyte put in there? And basically, someone's like ROMmed it up, and it was like every game you can absolutely imagine. Back in 2012, I was over the moon, and back when we had was it another PS? Was it PS? What one was it? Can't remember now. Not the original. Yeah, I think it was the Xbox, where you can put a disc in and it would you could copy all the music and it would go to your thing. And I used that. And I put it to my stereo, because I used to have like an amplifier, so like 1500 watt amplifier, and I used to have nightclub speakers in my like house back then, because I used to live in Weston and things like that, and obviously where I live there's a lot of nightclubs and stuff like that. I didn't go out a nightclub, I made it all myself, but basically there's a lot of work there back then for me, because obviously I used to fit all the, well, you don't know this, but I used to fit all the speakers and do all the like music and things like that, and like long time ago. It's like a lot of these people I know who owned all those places have moved to Spain, like beef places like that, and they're still over there now, or in Thailand or whatever. But anyway, cut a long story short, just have a look and see what this is about. I give a shout out to a guy. Is it worth a buy? It's a guy I know, and I've got no links here because I haven't got an editor and things like that, because I do this just for fun. I don't do it for money, but a guy does it for a living, and obviously, like, yeah. If you know who I'm on about, go over there, show him a bit of love. Anyway, I do what I do. I've always done what I do, and I never copy anyone else. I do basically. I've always done myself, and that's it really. And I found a lot of other people. I don't know. I've had a lot of people I do know on YouTube. I'm not saying about that guy, but a lot of people I know on YouTube. It's like I say, like I think, oh. Like I used to say, oh, I've always said it. 2011, 2000, like early days. It's when I had a massive YouTube channel, and I used to have about, well, when I say massive, I had like 500 to 400 viewers, and like literally the comments used to be so fast you couldn't keep up with it. It was like that back then. This is when before anyone had like the capture cards and things like that. It only had a HDR 60 gaming edition, if I remember rightly. I had one of those things. Anyway, I used like a pound mic. I bought for £1 in a second-hand shop. It was brand new, never opened. I bought it, and it just stuck up like that. It's a little tiny mic, thin, like a cigarette, yeah. And it had a mic on the top, and it had a little slit in the end. And I used to talk through it, and I had like an Astro amp, and I got that from a gaming shop, a friend's shop. What do you want for that? And it was all boxed. It was opened, but all the wires. I looked in there. All the wires were in there. Never had no headset. I said, "What do you want for that?" 20 quid. Oh, is it? He said, "You can have it for tenner." He said, "Because it's not worth that much." And I thought, I didn't really know what it was worth because of I don't know. I don't look into these sort of things like money and things. I just buy things. Anyway, gets back. Have it. Anyway. A few years goes past. I thought I'll get another one, like upgrade it, because it's like pretty good. I used to do the volume up and down. I made like a pound microphone, or it was a Microsoft microphone. What you like, you take calls from or whatever in the office. So anyway, I'm going off the subject here. That's what I do. I murder for it. So anyway, there's a lot of anyways in this. You could like change all the volume and things like that, and I made the microphone sound really, really good, because when I used to stream and do live streams, people were like, "Your mic's amazing," and I used to say, "Is it?" I said, "It's only like, look," and I show them it's a plastic like Microsoft, the cheapest thing you could possibly buy. I expect it was like out of date. It was a Microsoft out-of-date thing given to like Goodwill or like a second-hand shop in the UK. You say Goodwill in the States. Well, we got second-hand shops, like basically where you give like stuff to, yeah. And like cancer research places and things like that. And it's like they got like cancer research shops and things like that. And you've got like all sorts of things, like what's like basically doing donations for certain things, and the profits, mainly most of the profits go to the managers, not to the workers, to the managers, yeah. So anyway, I don't care, because I haven't got a massive YouTube audience here, so like you know what I mean, I ain't got no money to sue me for that. So anyway, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, yeah, I bought it from there, and like massive shout out to them as well, and that was it really. And yeah, I bought a lot of stuff from these places. And the reason I know about the manager thing is because I've asked a woman, and she was so honest and kind and loving person in Weston again. And she said to me, "Do you know what?" She said, "I started volunteering," and he said, "Do you want to be a manager?" And she said, "Oh, I'd love to," because of like she always done this stuff. And she said, then they said, "Oh, you'll be on the like you get proper wages and things like that." And it was only until she's seen the wages, she said, "I wonder why all these managers I worked for like over 12 years." This old lady, yeah. She said, "It disgusts me." She said, "I'm leaving next week." I went, "Why?" She said, "It's just ridiculous." She goes, "Time I get paid." She goes, "I get paid a fortune." She goes, "The building we get for free. Basically, organisation pays for the shop, and basically whatever gets made in that shop go like wages thing. Basically, she could like she said, "Oh, I want like she wanted half of it," and that was still too much for her. And it's a lot of money. And she goes, "I get the managers and things." I used to wonder, like certain things, like really nice stuff. Used to like their families to go in there. I'm not saying everyone does this, and they go in there and they go and pick out the good stuff and leave the crap. Anyhow, and then put things on there. Was like they get something for free, and then like want like £220 because it's a they find out it's an antique or so. I don't know. They look on the internet. They people say, "Oh, it's worth this." It's an estimate price. They don't mean it's worth that. So they like this woman would put a price. Not this woman I'm talking about, who's nice. The like horrible woman. Because I went in there and like it was cheap and all that, and I just think, yeah, that's like probably worth a few quid. But obviously you'd be probably hanging on to it for about 10 to 20 years to sell it, because of like, you got to find it's a niche market, you know, and plus it's got scratches and dinks and things like that out of it. Like, what do you expect for second hand? So anyway, it's the same with another person as well. Another guy, he used to have a little, he used to have a massive house, and he lived up in Bristol Speedwell area. And he had like a little second-hand shop, and he had some workers, and the workers ended up working for my father. And my dad owned a scrapyard and things like that, and then second-hand shops and all those sort of places, like CEX and things. You can buy, like, if you had the money, you can go and buy CEX. You can buy a shop, put CEX above it. They'll put it all in there, and basically they get like a cut, and basically it's your shop, but it's like the CEX brand and all that sort of stuff, but you get some good stuff that comes in and out of the shop. And obviously it's a very, very good name to go by. And yeah, and basically from other shops, like it's like I got a set of Bose surround sound stuff in Bristol, and I said, cool, the setup. I was going in there for years, and I've always seen the Bose setup in the shop, and I said, I'd love to get that system. And he goes, well, we're going to do a revamp. And like, I was like, cool, because I set up this sort of stuff, like speakers, and like literally goes in there, gone, wheels gone, the speakers, all the speakers and the amp. I was like, that's the main thing I want. Do you know what I mean? But he goes, managers took it. And I thought, managers. But anyway, it's not just it's not just second-hand shops or whatever. It's the same place. Okay, but not everyone does that. Not every manager does that. Not everyone's horrible and cruel or whatever. But obviously, it's perks of the job, I suppose. And but yeah, obviously, if you own it, you can take it. But when you don't own like a second, obviously, if you work in a second-hand shop and you do it's a charity shop, not a second-hand shop. It's a charity shop. It's a total different thing. So when they do go in there and they sell things to their families for £1 or like tenner, and then they want £200 out of me or you, or if you're a nan, that's just wrong, because of treating people differently, which is like, yeah, I know people do because family comes first and all that, but everyone comes first really, because we're all the same. And it's not that as well, if your family's rich and they've got it, they can afford to buy it really. They don't need to go to a second-hand shop really. It's nice to have a little gander and have a look around, but when you've got a few bob and like quid, got a few dollars or whatever you call it in your language or in your head, basically if you've got it, you go and buy it when you know. Do you know what I mean? Just go and buy it brand new. But that's the moral of the story is just be real, just be you, and do whatever you want to do. Obviously, if that's what you want to do and that's how you operate, fair play to you. I don't judge you. I just say that it's well, like I just said. But anyway, this is about City Skylines. I've never played it. I'm a proper noob at it. I've never played on it whatsoever. That's no BS. I will tell you how it is. I am literally down the line as I would be in front of your face. If I was face to face with someone, I'm literally face to face with them. Obviously on the internet people could be like keyboard warriors and things like that. People do that quite a lot today. So I think they're like this and that, but they ain't. And then if you do, they go, oh, I get the place on now. But anyway, can't be man enough to fight their own problems. But anyway, what it is, I like to like, obviously if like, but when it comes to family and all that, yeah, you do get ill bill, because do you know what I mean, when people do threaten your family, that's a different story. I understand that one. Another friend that happened to, and that was like horrible. And I'll tell you, that's evil. When someone threatens you, yeah, but when someone threatens your family and says your like address and stuff, that's a total different thing. That was another thing I was going to get to, and that's the lovely person I know, and he is such a lovely gentleman. I don't know why that person, whoever that was, Naughty, 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 naughty. Because of the guy is a lovely guy. I don't know him. But yeah. But I just know him as like playing games. Like, is this worth buying this? And is this worth playing this? And he tells it as it is, and he's like as real as you can get. He is like, you know what I mean? If you see a rock, you know it's a rock. You know what I mean? It's like a rock. It was like there for like billions of years. That man is like the realest thing you could ever like touch, see, or whatever and smell. You know what I mean? The man is like legit, real, and honest. That's the only way I can describe it. And that's out to you. Worth a buy. That's out to you. Massive shout out to you. Love you in all the world, my friend. I explain things in such a weird way. I'm sorry if I explained it the weirdest way possible, but anyway, I just try to explain it as best as I can. But yeah, that's guy who's nice and he's a beautiful person. But yeah, when you threaten people's families, that's a bad thing. But like people say things about me. Someone threatened my family, and I didn't know what to do about it. You know what I mean? It really upset me, and I stopped streaming for quite a bit. And these two people knew what they were doing. Tried getting hold of them. Do you think they would get back at me? No, because their asses went. Because I think they realised. Anyway, they realised who my family are. My family are very well known, and they're known on telly. And I'm not like stupid. Like, I'm not saying stupid. I don't want to say that word because it's like basically horrible. Basically, look. Everyone's got families, and everyone does all different stuff. I've got family and things like that. They do certain things. But it's good stuff, and people know them. People, my God, millions of people all around the world follow them. But that's them, that's not me. But I do what I do, and my name is what my name is. But I don't put, obviously, proper name up. And obviously, I changed myself a little bit, and obviously, but I am not them though. So, at the end of the day, that's them, and also they've got a different life, and obviously they're like go abroad all the time, and like they're, you know what I mean? It's just like got a different life now, so that's how it is. Anyway, let's play City Skylines, and like I said, massive shout out to wherever by, and God bless him. And to anyone out there, don't threaten people's families, because it's not nice to do that. It's not nice at all. Don't like disrespect people's missuses or boyfriends, girlfriends, anything like that. Children especially. Don't threaten someone's family, their kids, and like they're gonna go to their home and all that sort of stuff. It's totally wrong and immoral. And that's it really. It shouldn't be like that. It's a gaming community, and that's how it should stay. It should stay like that. All the like violence. Shouldn't be no violence in gaming. Gaming is gaming. It's not about violence. If it was about violence, it would be called like gaming violence or something, wouldn't it? But we all know you're gonna have toxicity everywhere you go in life. But anyway, like I said, I go from one thing to another and things like that, and that's how I am. But I do apologise, and I apologise because if you don't understand and I'm doing your head in, I'm apologising just in case I am. So anyway, let's play a new game. I'm going to pull this out and you're going to think, thank fuck for that. And it's 18 plus stream as well. I'll see you in a bit, and let's play the game.